How do you build a $2.2 billion National Football League stadium that can handle Buffalo's brutal winters while keeping 50,000 fans comfortable? The Bills are about to find out. Welcome to Big Builds. When the Buffalo Bills break ground gets delayed and construction timelines shift, it reveals something fascinating about modern National Football League stadium engineering that most fans never consider. While other franchises worry about heat management in places like Las Vegas or Miami, Buffalo faces a completely different engineering challenge. How do you construct a venue that can handle negative 20-degree Fahrenheit temperatures, lake-effect snow measured in feet rather than inches, and wind speeds that can literally move buildings? The Bills' new Highmark Stadium represents the most ambitious cold-weather stadium project in National Football League history. At $2.2 billion, this isn't just another dome or retractable roof facility. This is a purpose-built fortress designed specifically for one of the harshest climates in professional sports. But recent construction updates reveal both impressive innovations and concerning timeline realities that every National Football League franchise should pay attention to. According to Bills Vice President of Stadium Operations John Polka, the stadium will be substantially complete and ready for occupancy by July 2026. However, construction won't actually finish until December 2026. That means the Bills will open their 2026 season in a stadium that's technically unfinished. Polka explained that they'll still have work going on that needs to be finished, including punch list items like paint touch-ups and wall completions, even as fans fill the stands. This construction timeline reveals a broader trend across National Football League stadium projects. The Tennessee Titans face similar timeline pressures with their $2.1 billion new Nissan Stadium, which also had to balance completion deadlines with the realities of modern construction complexity. The difference is Buffalo's weather window. Most National Football League stadiums can work year-round construction schedules. Buffalo gets maybe 7 months of optimal building conditions. The engineering solutions Buffalo has developed are genuinely revolutionary. The stadium features what Bills officials call the world's largest snowmelt system. This isn't just heated sidewalks around the stadium. We're talking about an integrated thermal management system that extends throughout the facility's infrastructure. The system is designed to handle the kind of snow accumulation that shut down other National Football League venues in the past. But the snowmelt system is just the beginning. The stadium's exterior uses large prefabricated concrete panels that look like traditional brick but offer superior thermal performance. These panels are installed within a steel framework that surrounds the entire building. This approach provides better insulation than traditional masonry, while maintaining the aesthetic that connects to Buffalo's architectural heritage. Forbes estimates that Bills owners Terry and Kim Pegula have a combined net worth of approximately $5.8 billion. The Pegulas are personally responsible for any cost overruns above the original $1.4 billion budget. With current estimates reaching $2.1 billion, that means the ownership group has already absorbed more than $700 million in additional costs. That's a level of personal financial exposure that would make most National Football League owners extremely nervous. Compare that to other recent National Football League stadium projects. The Las Vegas Raiders' Allegiant Stadium came in $25 million under its original $2 billion budget. The Los Angeles Rams and Chargers SoFi Stadium ballooned to $5.5 billion, but that facility serves 2 franchises and includes massive commercial development. Buffalo's cost overruns are happening on a single-team facility with relatively modest commercial components. Dr. J.C. Bradbury, an economist at Kennesaw State University who studies sports facility economics, points out that cold-weather stadiums historically face higher construction and operational costs. The engineering requirements for thermal management, structural snow loads, and weather-resistant materials add significant expense to every component of the project. Bradbury notes that facilities in extreme climates often see cost overruns of 20 to 30% above initial estimates. The Bills' situation illustrates a critical challenge facing National Football League expansion into northern markets. While the league has successfully placed teams in warm weather cities like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Miami, the engineering and financial requirements for cold weather facilities are substantially different. Buffalo's stadium project costs roughly 4 times what a comparable warm weather facility might require when you factor in all the climate-specific engineering. This matters because several National Football League franchises are currently evaluating stadium options in northern markets. The Cleveland Browns are pursuing a $2.4 billion domed facility in Brook Park that would face similar winter engineering challenges. The Chicago Bears are considering multiple options that would require extensive cold weather modifications. Buffalo's experience provides a real-world case study for what these projects actually cost and how long they really take. The Bills' timeline also reveals something important about National Football League scheduling flexibility. The league has shown increased willingness to accommodate construction-related disruptions, including reduced capacity periods and alternative venue arrangements. The Jacksonville Jaguars will play with reduced capacity in 2026 and potentially relocate home games in 2027 during their stadium renovation. This suggests the National Football League is adapting its operational approach to support major facility upgrades. But Buffalo's weather presents unique scheduling constraints that other franchises don't face. The Bills can't easily relocate home games to neutral sites during late December and January, when their climate advantages are most pronounced. Buffalo's home field advantage in cold weather is legendary in National Football League circles. Moving those games to domed facilities or warm weather locations would fundamentally alter competitive dynamics. The stadium's design incorporates lessons learned from other cold weather National Football League venues, but takes the concepts much further. Green Bay's Lambeau Field additions included heated concourses and premium areas, but maintained the outdoor experience that defines Packers football. Chicago's Soldier Field renovation added some weather protection, but remained fundamentally exposed to the elements. Buffalo is building something entirely different. The new Highmark Stadium will feature completely enclosed concourses with multiple levels of weather protection. Fans can move throughout the facility without exposure to outdoor conditions. Premium seating areas include individual climate control systems. Even general admission sections have overhead protection and wind barriers that weren't technologically feasible when older National Football League cold weather stadiums were built. These innovations come at a cost that extends beyond the initial construction budget. The operational expenses for heating, snow removal, and maintenance will be substantially higher than warm weather National Football League facilities. The Pegulas are essentially betting that they can generate enough additional revenue from the enhanced fan experience to justify these ongoing costs. The revenue calculation becomes particularly interesting when you consider Buffalo's market size. The Buffalo metropolitan area ranks 38th among National Football League markets by population. That makes the Bills' $2.2 billion stadium investment roughly equivalent to building a $4 billion facility in a market like Dallas or New York when you adjust for local economic capacity. This raises questions about the National Football League's stadium economics that extend well beyond Buffalo. If a small market franchise needs to invest at this level to remain competitive with facility quality, what does that mean for other small market teams? The Green Bay Packers have announced plans for significant Lambeau Field renovations. The Cincinnati Bengals are evaluating major upgrades to Paul Brown Stadium. Both projects will likely face similar cost pressures as Buffalo. The Bills' experience also highlights the changing expectations for National Football League stadium amenities. Modern fans expect year-round comfort regardless of outdoor conditions. That means cold weather franchises must invest substantially more in climate control systems than their warm weather counterparts. The competitive balance implications are significant when facility quality affects free agent recruitment and fan experience. Construction crews are currently working with 4 large cranes to form the concrete superstructure of the stadium. They've moved more than 400,000 cubic yards of dirt and drilled nearly 800 piers for foundation support. The scale of earth movement alone demonstrates the complexity of building in Buffalo's soil conditions, which must account for freeze-thaw cycles that can destroy inadequately engineered foundations. As the Bills navigate these construction challenges, their project serves as a proving ground for National Football League stadium engineering in extreme climates. The lessons learned in Buffalo will influence how future cold weather stadium projects approach everything from structural design to operational planning. The question facing National Football League fans in Buffalo and beyond is whether this level of investment is sustainable for cold weather franchises. Will the Bills' $2.2 billion gamble pay off in enhanced revenue and competitive advantage, or will it demonstrate that extreme climate engineering pushes stadium costs beyond reasonable financial returns?